heard your footsteps fading long before you reached the door. The way your silence shook the room said you couldn't stay anymore. Your shadow lingered on the walls like it was begging you to stay. But your heart had made its choice long before it walked away. I tried to hold the moment still, but time slipped through my hands like sand that leaves too quickly, even when you make demands. You didn't scream, you didn't cry, you just sighed as if relieved. And that small breath of freedom was the loudest I'd ever seen. Your fading footsteps told the truth. Your lips were scared to speak. Sometimes a goodbye doesn't break, it just slowly grows weak. I stood there in the quiet, trying to memorize the sound of the footsteps fading from a love that couldn't stay around. One day I'll walk away too, but I'll remember how it felt to hear your heart let go before your hands ever left. Your fading footsteps told the truth. Your lips were scared to speak. Sometimes a goodbye doesn't break, it just slowly grows weak. I stood there in the quiet, trying to memorize the sound of the footsteps fading from a love that couldn't stay around. I erased your photos from my phone, but kept the ones in my mind. The ones where your smile was real, the kind you left behind. People say I should move on, but healing doesn't follow rules. It wanders through the wreckage of the moments we once knew. Your name comes back at midnight when the world is fast asleep. Soft as a broken promise, heavy as secrets I keep. I pretend I've stopped missing you, but pretending makes it worse. Because forgetting isn't magic, it's a slow and painful curse. You're gone, but still here somehow. In the quiet of my breathing and memories I can't somehow. Maybe love doesn't vanish, maybe it learns to haunt. You're gone, but still here somehow, in the quiet of my breathing, and memories I can't drown out. If time can stitch a broken heart, it's taking its sweet time now, because you're gone, but still here somehow. Still here somehow. We argued about nothing because the real truth scared you. You hid behind half answers, trying to make the pain look new. But the ache was old as yesterday, lingering between us both. And every silence filled the space where your honesty should have grown. I begged you for a story, not a perfect fairy tale, just a truth you weren't afraid to tell, even if it made you pale. But you kept fighting back the words that could have kept me from the fall. And what hurt most in the end was never hearing them at all. It's the things you did Some nights feel endless, stretching out like broken string. I sit alone in places where your laughter used to ring. The moonlight paints the memories across my trembling floor, and I keep holding on to love that doesn't live here anymore. I watch the stars collapsing like they're mourning something too, as if the universe remembers everything we couldn't do. I whisper your name softly, but the night refuses to respond, because losing you felt final, but my love refused to be gone. I'll hold on until the light gives up on me, until the sun grows tired of hearing your name in my heartbeat. Some love is stubborn, some pain refuses to stop, and I'll keep loving you quietly until the light gives up. Until the light gives up on me, until the sun grows tired of hearing your name in my heartbeat. Some love is stubborn, some pain refuses to stop, and I'll keep loving you quietly until the light pulls through. I watch the stars collapsing like they're mourning something too, as if the universe remembers everything we couldn't do. I whisper your name softly, but the night refuses to respond, because losing you felt final, but my love refused to be gone. Hold on until the light gives up on me, until the sun grows tired of hearing your name in my heartbeat. Some love is stubborn, some pain refuses to stop, and I'll keep loving you quietly until the light gives up. Maybe letting go is harder when you never had the chance to try. didn't slam it, no, you closed it gently with a sigh, as if breaking my heart quietly would somehow make it kind. You left your shadow in the hallway and your warmth upon the bed, but you took the version of you that once loved me in your stead. I watched the doorknob tremble like it knew the weight of truth, the ending of a promise we'd been building since our youth. You didn't say you'd miss me, no apologies or tears. You simply walked out softly, taking all our years. That door you closed still haunts me more than angry words could do, because gentle endings cut the deepest when you still believe in me and you. I replay the way you left, the quiet echo of your ghost. That door you closed behind you hurts more than all the rest. Some hearts break with shattering, mine broke with your soft goodbye. And that door you closed still haunts me more than angry words could do, because gentle endings cut the deepest when you still believe in me and you. I replay the way you left, the quiet echo of your ghost. That door you closed behind you hurts more than all the rest. Your hands used to know me like a map carved in your skin, tracing every fragile place where love would always win. But somewhere in the growing space between our hearts and time, your fingers lost their memory of how they once held mine. You reached for me differently, a touch too light to call, like holding me reminded you of something you didn't want to hold. I tried to bring your warmth back with a love too big to hide, but forgotten hands can't learn again a touch they've pushed aside. Your forgotten hands tell the story your words won't speak. You stopped reaching for my heart long before you chose to leave. And now my skin remembers all the ways you used to stay, but your hands forgot me first. Turn back once, just once, before you disappeared. And in that single look was everything I feared. You almost stayed. I saw it trembling in your breath, the way your eyes begged silently for something you'd never confess. But love isn't built from almost won't hold the pain. Almost doesn't promise healing. It just teases you with rain. You have smiled like goodbye was just another choice. But the truth was in the quiet, in the sadness in your voice. You almost stayed, and that's what breaks me still. 'Cause almost loving someone hurts more than never will. Your footsteps pull you forward, but your heart leans toward me. You almost stayed, but almost isn't meant to be. I wonder where you keep me now. Am I buried in a drawer? A fading photograph, a ghost behind a locked heart's door. I wonder if my name still echoes when it passes through your mind, or if I'm now a stranger you meant to leave behind. Do you think of me at midnight when old conversations rise? Or has someone else rewritten the story in your eyes? I try not to wander often, but some nights still pull me in. And I whisper to the darkness, do you remember who I've been? My name in your memory is quieter than before. Maybe someday it will vanish like footprints on the shore. But until the tide erases what we failed to let become, I'll live as a soft reminder of a love you turned from. Heartbreak isn't always thunder. Sometimes it's soft like morning rain, falling slowly through the silence as it whispers all your pain. You didn't break me suddenly, you broke me piece by piece, with quiet acts of walking backward from the love I couldn't release. You didn't shout, you didn't fight, you didn't slam the door at all. You simply stopped returning every time I'd call. It was the softest kind of ending, the kind that feels like sleep, where you lose someone slowly without noticing how deep. It was the softest break, the kind that still leaves scars, adrifting from your orbit until we lived in different stars. If love must end so gently, then let this truth remain. Soft endings hurt the hardest because there's no one left to blame. I still hear the echoes of the nights we tried to save, the way your laughter filled the room like a promise that never stayed. You touched my hand like a question, unsure of what you felt, but I held on like an anchor to the pieces where you dwelt. I walk through places painted with the colors of your breath. Every corner holds a moment that refuses to forget. Your ghost walks softly through the hours after midnight's fragile light, and I find myself still waiting for the echoes to feel right. These are the echoes after you, the remnants of a love undone. They whisper in the quiet rooms where once we lived was one. I try to chase the silence, but your memory bleeds through. These echoes that remain will always sound like you. The shouting pain, but echoes always stay. I gave you all my mornings, wrapped in sun and gentle hope. But you treated every sunrise like a promise you couldn't hold. You carry dreams like burdens, too heavy to confess. And I kept trying to lift them, even as you loved me less. You kissed me like a secret. You were scared the world might hear, like loving me out loud would make you disappear. But love isn't meant for shadows. It's meant to be a flame. Yet you stay just long enough to teach me how to change. You held my heart, but never kept it safe. Love was just a borrowed room you couldn't bear to stay. I gave you everything and you still walked away. Some hearts I never kept, just touched and left to Maybe someday you'll realize what you were too afraid to keep. You held my heart, but never kept it safe. Love was just a borrowed room you couldn't bear to stay. I gave you everything and you still walked away. Some hearts I never kept, just touched and left to Maybe someday you'll realize what you were too afraid to keep. We wrote a story in the quiet between the pages of our days, but the chapters slowly faded when life pulled you away. I tried to grab the ending, rewrite it into gold, but ink can't save a love that's scared of growing old. We kept pretending we were strong, building castles out of fear, hiding truths beneath the laughter we whispered in your ear. But even gentle lies can crumble when the truth becomes too loud, and our fairy tale slipped backward when you disappeared into the crowd. Our story stayed behind. I'm the only one still reading. You closed the book too early when the plot was barely breathing. The pages still remember us but the story that we lost is the one we left behind. Maybe some stories live forever, only in the hearts that try. Our stories stay behind. I'm the only one still reading. You close the book too early when the plot was barely breathing. The pages still remember us in every fragile line, but the story that we lost is the one we left behind. There was once a glow between us, soft as morning on your skin. But slowly, day by day, the brightness wore too thin. Your voice lost all its color, your smile forgot its spark, and love became a lantern that flickered in the dark. I tried to chase the million places where the light once touched your face, but shadows grew like strangers, replacing all your grace. You looked through me like windows showing somewhere far away, and I learned how love grows silent when the heart decides to stray. This is where the lights stop reaching, where warmth turned into cold, where promises turn quiet, and our story lost its hold. The sunset of our love still lingers in my breathing, in the place where light once touched us before it stopped reaching. Even darkness remembers the brightness it lost. I wrote our ending carefully with hope stitched through each line, believing love could still survive with enough time. But you walked out of the story before the meaning could begin, leaving all our chapters empty, every promise paper thin. You didn't wait to hear me say the things I held inside, the fears, the dreams, the reasons why I begged for us to try. You left while I was talking, halfway through my truth, and that's the part that breaks me. You gave up before the proof. You didn't stay to hear the ending. You chose to leave mid-sentence, and now I'm left with all the words that never found acceptance. We could have been a masterpiece if you had let it mend, but you didn't stay long enough to let the story end, to let the story end. Some endings are decisions, not accidents or fate. You didn't wait to hear me say the things I held inside, the fears, the dreams, the reasons why I begged for us to try. You left while I was talking, halfway through my truth, and that's the part that breaks me. You gave up before the proof. You didn't stay to hear the ending. You chose to leave mid-sentence, and now I'm left with all the words that never found acceptance. We could have been a masterpiece if you had let it mend, but you didn't stay long enough to let the story end, to let the story end. You didn't wait to hear me say, you didn't wait to hear me say. I think about the things we lost in moments unexplored, the truths we never said, the dreams we never fought for. Maybe if we spoke sooner, maybe if we stayed brave, we wouldn't be two strangers standing on the edge of what we gave. We waited too long to heal, too long to be sincere, and in the pause between forgiveness, we let love disappear. There were bridges left unbuilt between your heart and mine. Maybe saving us was possible, just not in our time. just a painful truth. You didn't leave with thunder, you left with a quiet breath, a final exhale of almost love that felt too soft for death. Your goodbye floated slowly through the shadows on my skin, and even now I feel it every time the night begins. You left pieces of your heartbeat hidden in the walls, little echoes of affection that answered when I called. But ghosts can't hold you steady, and memories don't stay warm. So I learned to breathe without you in a world you once adored. You left behind still lingers in my chest, a reminder of a story we never laid to rest. If love is just a moment, then yours was soft and kind. I still breathe with the shadow of the breath you left behind. Some people leave forever with just a single sigh. This room once held our laughter like a sanctuary of the soul. A place where we were honest, a place where we felt whole. But safety fades in silence, and comfort drowns in fear. And slowly all our haven became the place you disappeared. You looked around the walls like they no longer felt like home, as if every whispered memory reminded you of things unknown. I tried to guard the quiet, to keep the peace intact. people we can't replace. You held affection in your palms, like something easily spilled, like love was fragile glass you feared would break unfilled. You looked at me with longing, but step backward every time, holding back the very love you wanted to make mine. A heart that hesitates can't love the way it should. It beats in half a rhythm where nothing turns to good. You feared the deep connection, so you kept yourself apart. And in the empty space between us, you quietly broke my heart. You gave me love that hesitated, too cautious to be real, a love that stayed unfinished, no matter how I feel. Maybe you cared deeply, but fear became your guide. And a love that hesitates is a love that never arrives. I needed certainty, not a heart that stood outside. I used to wait for messages, for the sound of your return, for the soft apology I secretly believed you'd earn. I waited for a reason, for your footsteps, for your voice. But waiting is a prison when someone else has made their choice. I stayed far too long in moments that no longer held your light, hoping time would turn your back to someone who'd hold me right. But love cannot be summoned by a heart that chose The day I stopped waiting was the day I felt the air again. A quiet, gentle freedom where grief begins to end. I released the hope that chained me to a love that couldn't stay. And the day I stopped waiting was the day I walked away. Letting go isn't losing, it's bringing back your life. I tried to follow where your heart had wandered off to hide, but every road you left me on was empty on both sides. The echoes of our laughter faded faster than the rain, leaving me with questions I'm still learning to explain. You walked ahead without looking back, as if forgetting was easy for you. But I kept replaying each moment, trying to understand what we outgrew. You never meant to hurt me, yet hurt is all I found on the empty roads you left behind, where silence was the loudest sound. These empty roads still remember your You took the parts of me that believe in promises said softly in the dark. The pieces I gave freely still shimmer with your mark. I didn't know how much of me was tangled up in you until you walked away with pieces I couldn't redo. People say healing means reclaiming what you lost along the way, but some missing pieces aren't mistakes, they're lessons meant to stay. I tried filling in the spaces with memories you left behind, but broken places ache the most when you pretend they're fine. I'm made of missing pieces you forgot you took from me. Fragments of a past where love pretended to be free. I'm learning how to build again from what you didn't see. A heart with missing pieces, still learning how to breathe. Maybe the parts you took were meant to stay gone, so I could become someone stronger all along. I kept the letters I wrote for you inside a box beneath my bed. Words soaked in longing, things I never said. Ink trails shaped like heartbreak, stained pages like the sky. Blue is every memory where we didn't say goodbye. Sometimes I open them slowly just to feel something real, but every line pulls me backward into a pain I shouldn't feel. I wrote these letters for the moment your heart might change its mind, but blue letters never saved the love that left behind. The for a love that learned to lie. The moon remembers stories that daylight can't recall, whispers of us dancing against the silver wall. Your hands felt safe back then, your heart beat close to mine. But under the quiet moon, even truth can't hide its signs. You looked at me with longing, but distance dimmed your glow. We talked of dreams we'd chase, but your heart said I don't know. The moon reflected honesty. We tried too hard to change, and under all that quiet light, we fell out of range. Under the quiet moon is where I realize love doesn't fade in storms, it fades in silent eyes. We drifted far apart long before we knew. Under the quiet moon, I first lost you. Some truths only surface when the world is soundless. Under the quiet moon is where I realize love doesn't fade in storms, it fades in silent eyes. We drifted far apart long before we knew. Under the quiet moon, I first lost you. You didn't leave me empty. You left me with the fragments of moments we built softly before they turned to absence. I kept your comfort in my heartbeat, your warmth in every sigh, and the softness in your laughter still lingers when I cry. You left me with the lessons of loving far too deep, with hopes that turned to shadows when the promises couldn't keep. You left without excuses, without voices, without blame. But what you left me with still speaks in your name. You left me with memories and every gentleman. I'm learning how to carry what you left me with. Maybe love becomes a teacher when it can't stay at home. You left without an ending, no closure, no release, just a quiet turning backward in a silence that increased. Your eyes held hesitation, but your footsteps held resolve. And in that final moment, our future dissolved. I kept waiting for a message, a reason why you ran, but some goodbyes stay unfinished because the heart won't understand. The questions stayed unanswered, but the pain still learned its name. A goodbye left incomplete still hurts the same. This unfinished goodbye still follows every breath. A love left half abandoned feels heavier than death. If endings need closure to set a heart free, then this unfinished goodbye will always live in me. Maybe some stories end without letting the truth speak. Maybe some stories end without letting the truth speak. This unfinished goodbye still follows every breath. A love left half abandoned feels heavier than death. If endings need closure to set a heart free, then this unfinished goodbye is always with me. You left without unbending, no closure, Moise. You left my heart in places I still walk through every night. In the way your voice once trembled, in the fading of your light. You didn't take it with you, but you didn't leave it whole. You scattered pieces softly in the corners of my soul. I search for it in moments where the world feels too unkind, trying to gather who I was before you slipped out of my mind. You left my heart in memories I try not to replay, but they return with left my heart in places. You left my heart in places. I still walk through every night